Welcome to the WD168. God gives us 168 hours every week to live, love, and enjoy. This is our take on this week's 168 from the WD, the Western Diocese. Reclaim the Conference in its 8th incarnation is now over. What an event! From speakers to videos to panel discussions, we got together and reclaimed something so vital to our being, our sacred Armenian Church and her teachings. Reclaim 2024 took place last Saturday in the beautiful Hampar family room at the diocese under the auspices of His Eminence Archbishop Hovnan Derderyan. The conference began with a thoughtful keynote address by Father Kevor Karakelian. He spoke about service and what it has meant and it means today, tracing service from the time of Christ through the first deacon Stephen to the present. With his message, the tone was set for the rest of the conference. Service is one of the great pillars of the Armenian Church, and this year we dedicated Reclaim to that pillar. Two young men, Gregory and Peter Terpanjan, captivated the audience with their brilliant and intellectually stimulating presentation on how the Armenians rejected orthodoxization and worldly powers to maintain the true faith, one which has survived to the present day. This is one lecture you will not want to miss. It will be available shortly along with the other conference videos. Father Grigor Grigorian, the founder and president of Sun Children, Arev Children, Down Syndrome Health Services, traveled from Armenia to make his presentation, assisted very capably by his daughter Louisa, who gave an in-depth and very informative overview of the unique ministry. As a surprise, they premiered a short subject video. We were honored to host this world premiere at Reclaim, and we will feature it in our diocesan social media pages once it is released in Armenia after the 21st of this month. Also premiered at Reclaim was the first glance at the Armenian Church on the metaverse by Apostle.net. Of course, a short video was presented as a teaser for the 4/24/24 launch. Father Mardiros Chevian, Dean of the St. Nerses Seminary, was on hand to share how the seminary prepares individuals for service within the church. At our primate's invitation, Father Mardiros will be leading an altar servers retreat this coming Saturday and will be celebrating the Divine Liturgy at St. James Armenian Church, Los Angeles, where special requiem service will be held for one of the seminary's original board members, and for us, a very respected and loved, long-serving priest of our diocese, the very Reverend Dirar Dervishian. And a requiem remembrance will be said also for Saltenik Buzunyan, one of the original benefactors of the seminary. Father Mardiros's visit to St. James points to the deep roots of the seminary here in the Western Diocese. Reclaim came to an end with a discussion on the service topics and an agape meal with meditation on service as expressed in the Gospel of John, chapter 13. The Ladies Society had their annual retreat in beautiful Malibu, California. The topic was humility, and the awe-inspiring hills of Malibu overlooking the ocean was the perfect setting to drive the point home, as attendees were humbled in this environment that boasts the grandeur of all of God's creation. It's election year. We just got through Super Tuesday. Reproductive rights are once again one of the main issues bringing people out to vote. This, of course, becoming a major concern following the overturning of Roe v. Wade by the Supreme Court in 2022. And only a few weeks ago, the Alabama Supreme Court ruled that frozen embryos are people, and someone can be held liable for destroying them, a decision that reproductive rights advocates say imperils in vitro fertilization. The implications for this decision are many, and the entire issue can be likened to opening Pandora's box. Of course, it doesn't escape us that children who have exited the womb, that is, children who have been born, raised, attend school, enjoying a childhood, are being killed, betrayed to malnutrition, starved, trafficked, and left for dead in Gaza. Where are all the advocates for these kids? probably the same place they were during the 44-day war in Armenia, and when Azeris attacked and exiled the Armenian population in Artsakh last year. Well, at least the sound of the crickets aren't as loud today. But let's not forget the drugs, the weapons on our streets that are killing our children right here in our own hometowns. Say an extra prayer tonight, and maybe it'll all go away. Or maybe better yet, get involved in your church. Work for peace. Work for justice. A blessing that Jesus guarantees. Blessed are the peacemakers. They shall be called children of God. In Seattle, Father Vazken Movsesian gathered his community at the Holy Resurrection Armenian Church this week to learn more about the displaced Artsakh families. Father Movsesian was part of a recent mission to Armenia organized by the Western Diocese. He traveled to Armenia with a small group of clergy and community leaders to address the transparency issues of donations. At the request of our primate, Archbishop Hovnan, the group made this fact-finding trip and provided their findings, which have been published in the diocese and by Father Mesrob Ash, the other clergyman on this mission, who held a debriefing with his community upon his return. We are in the Lenten season, and a quick reminder to avail yourself of the many learning opportunities offered by our diocese as close as your local parish, and of course, on our electronic presence on the web. Surpazan's daily messages during Lent are just a click away. Coming up this week, St. Gregory Hovsepian Armenian School celebrates its 40th anniversary with a special gala at the Kalaijan Hall at the diocese on March 8th. And as reported last week, Father Data Tatulian's final anointing takes place on March 9th at St. Gregory, Pasadena, and he will be laid to rest in Nor Hajan Cemetery in Armenia. Well, that does it for this 168. This is Father Vazken inviting you to join us on the net daily at epostle.net, and of course, next week as we look at that 168 from the WD.